$25, make it hurt.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on in here on tonight? I'm here a couple minutes late, but I had so much I had to do. But I'm here right now. Welcome everybody. Once again, it's Monday night. It's time to rock. It's time to go to work. Welcome to the Big Time Show podcast that is being seen here on the Facebook page and the YouTube page of the Big Time Show. It is also being seen right now on the Sports Empire Network, as well as Twitch and on Twitter. What is going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? Tonight, I'm not on Podbean tonight because Podbean is acting a little funny tonight, and I couldn't even get on. So I'm going to upload this show to those that listen to me on Podbean. I will be there on Podbean after this show is over. I will upload it. It just won't be live. So to whoever who's listening to this by Podbean, hello. Sorry that I can't be with you live, but you know how sometimes things happen unexpectedly, and that is what's going on tonight. What's going on this evening? Listen, if you're listening to me by the Big Time Show Facebook page, you can contribute by stars if you so desire. If not, we cool. But if you want to do it that way, you can do it by stars. If you buy watching by the YouTube page, you can use the super chat to contribute as well. But of course, it's not a requirement. But if you so choose to bless the house, if you wanted to call it like that, I would appreciate it very much. A lot of things are going on very quickly in Cowboy land. Listen, before I get started in that, why don't you share with people, cowboy groups, or cowboy haters? It makes no difference. Why don't you share with that with your groups, and we'll see what's going on tonight with this never-ending cowboy news. Just it's typical cowboy time because things are happening slowly but surely. Things are happening in cowboy land. Listen, I don't know how you are feeling about training camp, but I'm excited. Despite the little bumps in the road that's already starting to shake, I'm still excited about what this year is about, and we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. I had tonight, a lot of you didn't know, I had West Coast who was going to be with me on tonight, but he's doing something with his son tonight, and certainly I understand that. But West Coast will be with me soon. What's up? You will. Well, we're going to make sure that we get it right. He has the link to the show, and he might pop in, he might not, but I want to spend time with my brother who's there at training camp. Most of you know West Coast lives in Los Angeles, but he traveled to Oxnard. He does it every year for the Cowboy training camp, and he was there today. Most of you follow him, seen some of the videos. We were going to talk about that tonight, but and we still are. We just got to make sure we get everything straight. But certainly, I love my brother. Glad that he getting his son right. For football, I'll be doing the same thing with mine in just a couple of weeks. So I certainly understand on tonight. But if he pops in tonight, we're gonna make sure that we get him in here and let him say a few words. But we will have a big show on tonight. So in the meantime, guess what? Y'all stuck with me. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know who I am. Y'all know I'm big time. You know I got something to say or what's getting ready to go on. And so let's go ahead and see tonight where we are. Let's go ahead and talk about. I'm looking at my phone because I'm sharing. I hope you are too, sharing if you can. Let me speak to the people that are here. Dylan, what's up, brother? Man, that's my guy there, man. Dylan Beats. That's my guy. That's all I'm gonna say. Terry Turner, what's going on? Michael Evans is in the house. Jory, oh my. Jory, I think Jory just be coming up on here just to see if I'm gonna act a fool. I think she knows that I'm gonna act a fool at some point, and she just don't want to see it. Cool McCain, what's going on in the building? What's going on? Cool. I appreciate my brother Cool popping in here. Karam, what's up? Jory, I already know. I knew it. Jory be coming up here because she know I'm a fool. See, she know I'm a crank up eventually. She just know it. You just don't know when I'm gonna get explosive with this thing. You just don't know. You just don't know if I'm gonna be serious. You don't know if I'm gonna be a fool. You don't know if I'm gonna crack a joke. You don't know if I'm gonna check somebody. You just don't know. You don't know if I'm gonna check a player. You don't know if I'm gonna be serious. You just don't know. So you just gotta hang with me and see what's going on with it. Let's go ahead and talk Cowboy news. I'm quite sure today, Jory, I think this is where you popped in at the right time, because here I come. I'm quite sure today, Cowboy fans, you already know what I'm getting ready to talk about. It's summed up in 2 words. Ronald Jones. Let me just stop. Ronald Jones was caught today. I ain't got time for all the logistics and the technicalities of getting the right terms and all that. I don't have time for that. This is the big time show. We just tell it like it is. Ronald Jones got caught. How about that? Ronald Jones got caught with stuff in his body that don't supposed to be in there. He's gotten suspended for the first 2 games of the season for what they say is performance enhancing drugs. Hey, Eastside Harold, he got a super chat, so I had to recognize him. What's going on, Eastside? He always gonna show up. That's Eastside, but I appreciate him. What's up, Greg? Appreciate you, man. Thanks for popping in. So Ronald Jones, bottom line, has gotten caught with some illegal stuff in his system. Here we go. Already suspended for 2 games. Already. From what they say, he's supposed to be explaining to the media what happened. So you already know what this gonna be. He didn't know what it was. He didn't know this. Look. Excuses. Look, sir, when you're making millions of dollars, you don't have time for Mickey Mouse, Rudy Poo excuses. If you don't know, my God, read the instructions. I mean, read. Look, it's just like this. Look, y'all see that? This is a leave. This is medicine. On the back of this, that there's all this kind of stuff. It tell you what's in it. You know what I'm saying? It tells you the ingredients. It tells you everything that's in there. Your food has labels. Your medicines have labels. Your supplement have labels. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. Whatever it is, they say it's a performance enhancing whatever. Drug, performance enhancing supplement, whatever it is. He took it, got tested, he failed the test, he's suspended. Now, there was rumors out. We don't know because I really ain't heard it, but I've heard people like Brian Broadus. I've heard the guys that actually work in the building for the Cowboys that do stuff like what I'm doing now. You know, they got their podcast shows, but the advantage, of course, that they have is that they actually work for the Cowboys. They have offices in the Star, which means they have contact with the coaches. They talk to them. They hang around them. They're there for every press conference. You know, there's some side talk every now and then. They form relationships with some of those coaches and players and all that kind of stuff, and owners, and Steven and all those people. Okay? So when they say something, what's up, Scott? Ricks, I'm sorry, I see people coming in. William, Terry again, Scott. Listen, Mr. Burns, I see you, brother. Thank you for popping in. Y'all go ahead and share. Y'all share if you can. I would appreciate it. So I'm going to put some more stock into them when they say something. For instance, the rumor was going around that they were not sure that Ronald Jones would even make the team. Now, I find that I found it strange, considering at the time that the only thing that had happened at that particular time was OTAs. Training camp had not even started, but they were already saying, well, a rumor was out. And it came from one of those guys. I don't know if it was, it wasn't Brian, but it was, oh my God, forgive me for not remembering his name. But somebody in the building, because I remember watching the podcast. Forgive me for not remembering the name. But if they said that, and they getting a check from the Cowboys, and they are in the building every day, like players are, they are speaking. They see it. Some of them have, when practice is open, they're allowed to attend. If they say that he is in danger of even not making the team, then today, in my view, because I'm going to put some stock into what they said, like it's a rumor, that he probably wasn't going to make the team anyway. Well, if that's the case, then today just sealed his death. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think Ronald Jones will play down for the Dallas Cowboys after today. If the rumor is true, I don't see how he gonna make it. I don't. I mean, by that time, Malik and Deuce will already be ready. And let me just go on and say this now, because I already know and I saw it in the chats today. I saw it. And I'm not gonna kill y'all this time, but I saw it because y'all still got that candle flame lit for Ezekiel Elliott. As soon as this news came out about him going down, Cowboy Nation, a lot of them, automatically started saying, Jerry, go get Zeke back. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Ladies and gentlemen, I still say there's some guys out there that Zeke ain't the only one, and I'm not saying Zeke can't do it. We all love Zeke and what he meant. But if you give an honest assessment of where Zeke is now, honest assessment, I know what he did last year. I understand he had 12 touchdowns, and a lot of that came from the goal line and stuff, but we know he's not. Let's put it this way. Them videos y'all seen him running against air and running and hollering through trash barrels and doing all that grunting and stuff and all of that. He ain't that guy on Sundays no more. He's a battering ram, and he can do that. But if you're looking for him to be what he was, is just not there. And the offense, to be honest with you, runs better with Tony Pollard now. But let me just throw this out. I will admit, if Zeke comes in knowing that he's a number 2 and not a number 1, in other words, he gets the carries that Pollard got last year, and we all know how that was. Pollard would get no more than 12, 13, maybe 14 carries a game. And, Zeke would get maybe about the same thing. I'm cool if Zeke would come back and let's just say Pollard gets the ball 17 times and Zeke gets it 9 times. I'm cool with that. But that ain't the real issue. The real issue is that Zeke still think he's the man and he wants to get paid. If he come back to us, y'all, he got to come back cheap. And I don't blame the Jones family for that. So I'm just saying, I already saw the begging for Zeke, and all that kind of stuff. Listen, I don't think the Cowboys are going to do it. I don't blame them if they don't. It's just that just because Ronald Jones is in trouble, and I think everybody kind of got the feeling that he's not going to make the team. That does not automatically mean that Zeke is in the running. It just don't mean that. Cowboy fans be getting mad at Jerry and Steven for not getting him and all that kind of stuff. Look, he's not. I don't. If you sign him, he'll be just a feel. I'm not saying he ain't productive. I'm just saying it'll be mostly a feel good story, and we ain't got time to give up roster spots for a feel good story. We don't have time. If you really want to hit a home run, okay. If you really want to hit a home run, and you really wanna make your mark and say, "Hey, we going to the Super Bowl." If you really want to do that, let's call Dalvin Cook. Let's and I don't think I know he gonna come at a cost, so I don't even really think this gonna happen. But I did hear, maybe y'all saw that interview just 2 or 3 days ago, but Dalvin Cook was asked by NFL Live. He was asked by oh my God, what's my guy's name? Louis Riddick. He was asked by Riddick. He said, "Hey, everybody talking about the Jets, but he said there's another team that I think you would just be incredible with." And of course, he said it was the Dallas Cowboys. Dalvin Cook smiled and said, "Hey, me and TP would be a nice tandem, and I have a list." He didn't say the Cowboys on the list. He said, but I'm saying for him to say that, he said, "I have a list, and this Jet thing was just there, and it just came out the blue." He said, "But I got some teams that I want to talk to." I'm just saying. I'm just saying, if you want to hit a home run and really put your foot down, saying, "Hey, we about to go for the Super Bowl," Dalvin Cook is a Super Bowl move. Because if you paired him with Tony Pollard, it's gonna be incredible. Eastside Harold, if you gonna come talk This is why I like East Side. Cause see, this is where the comedy starts. See, if you gonna say something like that right there, y'all see that? He said with trash running back like Pollard. See right there, that disqualify your whole statement right there. I ain't gonna even read the rest of it. Tony Pollard trash. Okay, whatever. All right, end the discussion. William Kill said a home run would be JJ trading for Aaron Donald, but he ain't gonna take on that contract though. Well, Kill. That would be a home run, but he ain't gonna. What you gonna trade away, and then I mean you gotta assume that that contract. He ain't gonna want to pay Aaron Donald that. That's nice on Madden, but real life, I don't think so. But if you want to do that's who you grab. I saw somebody put Kareem Hunt here. Hunt, I still think Hunt got plenty of tank, playing in the tank. He'll be an excellent number 2 back. He's still young, still can run, still got power. I have no objection to that. I think he would fit perfectly. But I don't think I'm just saying, bottom line, Ronald Jones, in my view, I don't think he will play a down for the Cowboys. So if that's the case, then there is a hole there. That means Malik Davis, that means Deuce Vaughn and Hunter Lemke. Those are the options as of now. I think you need something. Malik may be ready. You know what I'm saying? Malik really may be ready to go. But him and Pollard are kind of like the same back. I need and the power back may be on this roster. It ain't Deuce. It's that Hunter Lemke guy. He can do it all. I don't know if y'all watched any tape on him, but he can line up as a fullback and he can line up as a tailback. He has some pretty good speed on him. He got power. He may, I'm not saying that's the case. I personally would go elsewhere. For instance, you got Ron out there, don't cut him. He didn't cost much anyway. Move. So that's the big news of the day as far as the news that happened. I'm quite sure y'all have heard that. It's the big news from Cowboy Land that Ronald Jones will be suspended for his drug experimentation. Hey y'all. I see you. Hey Key. For his experimentation in it. All that. Listen, everybody here that's here now, do me a favor. You'll help your boy out. I promise you'll help your boy out. I think Leonard Fournette already sign somewhere? I see you, William. I think that hey Lee, I see you. I think Leonard Fournette signed with somebody, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he signed somewhere. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. He's still unsigned. Okay. I thought he did. I thought he signed. Oh, he had a visit. That's what he did. He had a visit with was it Denver? If I'm not mistaken. Fournette would be pretty good. Fournette would be pretty good. With the Pats. I'm sorry. I knew he went somewhere. Yeah. If you sign a Dalvin Cook to this team, ladies and gentlemen, teams will be scared now. Some folks are already scared. But you really would be scared then. You put Dalvin Cook with Tony Pollard, you'll fit. The NFL will officially be on notice if that happens. Like, ladies and gentlemen, I know y'all don't like the Cowboys. I know y'all been talking trash for years. Please understand, if Cook was signed with this team, the NFL would know that we like Dion now. We're coming. Yeah. It would be no question then. The Cowboys would do what we always have been asking for, and that's go all in. You sign a Dalvin Cook to this team with this defense that I believe we're going to have. Ladies and gentlemen, the NFL will be put on notice. Like, okay. All righty then. Y'all, okay. I'm just saying, I think we're going to be good anyway. I'm just saying that those are the kind of moves that take you over the top. Those are the moves that take you to that next level, um, without a doubt. Now I know Dalvin probably want to get paid just like any other running back, and Jerry don't want to pay no running. Nobody want to pay a running back right now, really. Nobody. And I think Dalvin still thinks that he's the guy, so you can't insult him with a raggedy contract offer. However, since everybody think he's going to the Jets ain't about to pay him no large money either. Dalvin trying to win. That's what he's trying to do. And sometimes when you want to win, you'll sacrifice the big payday because that's what the Jets have. They already done paid Aaron. I mean, Aaron. But Aaron took away, so I'm sorry. They got the money because Aaron gave them back money. I mean, Aaron Rodgers did them a big favor by giving them money, so the money will be there for Dalvin if he's trying to get paid. This is just a far-fetched dream. I'm just saying, with Ronald Jones getting ended, I just don't think that he's going to make it. I don't think he is. So I think it's an opening there. I'm quite sure there's some discussions that are being made in the front office. I wouldn't doubt it at all. It just may not be what I'm talking about, but some of these guys, ladies and gentlemen, listen. Some of these guys, it's gonna be some signing somewhere. Because remember, everybody has 90 players. And you got to give the cut down, and there's only one cut. There's only one, and that's at the last preseason game. You got to chop 90 players down to 53. Your number 2 running back may be in one of these cuts. Y'all know how cheap the Cowboys are now. Just think. That's just you see what Steven doing, signing USFL kickers and all that kind of stuff. We talking. Look, I'm talking about Dalvin Cook. They been had their eyes on a guy that they know gonna get cut. I'm serious. This is just how Steven is. I'm just saying, if they really want to go and put their foot down, there's some guys that are out there that you can send a real statement here. I'm just saying, I would love it myself. Because I say, well, my team look like they ready to try to go after this trophy here. That's what I'm saying. I want the trophy. All right, I'm done with that part. Ronald Jones gone. All right. Next up, Dak Prescott. If you've been watching the film, not film, but if you've been watching some of these videos of training camp, Dak Prescott has looked pretty good. Yeah, he has. So far, he's looking pretty good. He's throwing darts out there. And it's looking like he loves Brandon Cooks. I know y'all seen some of the videos. He look pretty sharp. He looking like he's been practicing a lot. I mean, he's been just about playing all year. I mean, the receivers, especially Cooks, it looks like that connection is there. I know you seen it. Now, if you ain't seen it, probably need to, and maybe I need to share it on the Big Time Show page so you can see some stuff I'm talking about. But Dak Prescott is looking real good. The ball is, and I ain't talking about no dink and doink either. I'm talking about throwing the ball down the field. Him and Cooks have a connection already. We already know that him and CD, CD is just CD. But it's good to see that he's getting a connection with others, getting comfortable. See, when you got a guy that's fast like Cooks, you need to practice throwing down the field because you need to get a good gauge on how fast this guy is. He's fast. That's what everybody's saying in the interviews. Like he got a different type of speed. So you need to do it. And so far, there's been some pretty good connections with Cook. I like what I'm saying. You can tell that they've been working together. So now all those days that you heard Dak, brought all the receivers and tight ends out, and all those, traveling together and going to work it doesn't look like that they are playing together for the first time. Let me just say it like that. Now, does that mean Dak is an all-pro? Does that mean he a Pro Bowler? No, I ain't saying. I just said he looking pretty good right now. He looking pretty good. He looking pretty good. That's all I'm gonna say. He looking pretty good. The man has a chip on his shoulder. We really ain't gonna figure. Yes, Talib. Hey, Talib, I see you, brother. Appreciate you. Jalen Tolbert's looking real good as well. Looks very comfortable out there. Look like this off season, all the work is paying off. He was not comfortable last year with the playbook at all. The reason why we really didn't see him this year, he's been hanging around back pretty much all year, and it's starting to show. It also helps that Cooks came, teach him the ropes a little bit with who he's been hanging around as well, and it's starting to pay off. There's no negative that I've heard about Gallup. There's no negative about Cooks, no negative about CD, and I haven't heard any negative about Tolbert. The only thing that you heard about Semi is that he dropped that ball when on that interception, hit him dead in the hands, bounced up in there, cornerback caught it. That's the only thing I heard, but they said the very next day Semi had a strong day in camp. So it's big. Now, today was the first day of pads. Today. Now we start to find out. Everybody is a first team All-Pro in shorts. Everybody. Everybody look great in shorts. Everybody. Everybody look like a Hall of Fame candidate in shorts. Now we find out. Now this is when the linemen start hitting each other, touching each other. Now we about to find out about Mozzie Smith. How strong really is he? Now we're about to find out about our backup linemen, how good they, everybody look good in shorts. But now we're about to find out, if Matt Walesko is ready. Now we're about to find out, is Terrence Steele really ready? Everybody's saying that he didn't start out on the PUP list, so he's out there. Now he's about to get tested. Now the leg is about to get tested. I see folks finna start touching them now. We about to find out. Today was the first day of pads. So we here we go. Now folks about to start, earning jobs. We're about to find out. The only thing that we can hope for, to be honest with you, because the pads on, the only thing that we just need to hope for is that no major injury comes up. That's the only thing that I feel really is going to really put a dent in our plans, is unless we have some crazy. We already done lost with a calf strain. Thank God it's just a calf strain. Donovan Wilson. We need him. And I think he'll be ready week 1. I don't think he's going to play anything. You got to think so. 3 to 6 week, healing process with the calf strain, depending on what's going on. What's up, Gene? I see you, bro. It's a 3 to 6 week recovery time. So we just hope that Donovan is a fast healer. And even then, you don't really want to test him out. Unfortunately, you don't really want to test him out until week 1. You only want to take a chance. You're not some just like I told y'all before. What's up, Justin? Some of these guys will not be on the field for preseason. And you gotta be real careful now. You see what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, my guy here, Jerome? What's up, Jerome? It's Cowboy Nation himself who has his own show who he'll be cranking up. I'm quite sure eventually he gonna come on my show. Jerome live right here in Memphis with me. So Jerome, I ain't, you you gotta come because I said so. You know that. I ain't gonna, I ain't gotta ask him. He coming. All I gotta do is tell him, hey, Jerome, let's roll. That's just how it is. He can do the same thing on his show with me. So, Ron, get ready, sir. You lucky you popped on right now. I would call you out right now. Tell you get on here. And let me put down. Oh, I didn't even look at the comment. Jerome says the backup lineman can't mess with number 11. Shoot, that ain't no surprise. It's starters that can't mess with number 11. So, I already know. We have to make sure, though, this is the time where I'm excited because all this pre-hype about some players, it's about to die now. See, everybody look good in short. Atlas West go look strong. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. You're in shorts, but you ain't going but 65%. Let's see how, when you get some of these shoulders put on you, when you put these hands on you, when somebody hit you in your mouth, are you going backwards or can you stay in your ground? See, this is what happens when pads come on. It separate the men from the boys. And see, that's why I was saying, when it comes to our offensive line, I told y'all, it's just the truth. I told y'all the Cowboys have a little advantage than other teams because of all the pass rushes we got. So if you want to find out if your linemen are pretty good, if you want to find out if your linemen are pretty good, you put your linemen against this defense, they get baptized real quick. You ain't got to. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. I'm serious. You want to find out if your linemen are real good, put them against our defense. Right now, that's why I'm excited. I'm excited to see if Matt Lewesko, Ball, all those backup guys. Let's see how to do. Give me Parsons on one end, give me D-Law on the other, and let's just see. Blow the whistle. See what I'm saying? See, everybody look good in shorts. Everybody look good in shorts. Everybody. But now, it's showtime. Now we ain't got to talk. We ain't got to figure this thing out too much longer. See, I got killers on the edge. I got Parsons. I got D-Law. I got Dorrance Armstrong. I got Dante Fowler. I got Sam Williams. I don't have to wonder about this thing. This is easy. This is easy. I don't have to wonder about this. We can find out who we need to cut. We can find out who need to stay. We can find all of this out in less than a week. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, the Cowboys have an advantage. We got Matt Lewesko. It may take right tackle and Ball may need to be our guard. Oh, Ball is our guard. Okay, come here, Mozzie Smith. Come here, sir. Line right up here. Go to work. Blow the whistle. See, we can find this out real quick, so we can go on. You want to find out if Tobin is ready as possibly a third receiver? Okay. Diggs, come here. Come here. Diggs, Gilmore, come here. Bland, come here. Y'all, okay, Tolbert, line up, blow the whistle. I mean, see, we got an advantage. We're going to find out real quick who there. Jerome, look at your email. Oh, you're already there. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll do this real quick. My brother is here. This just spurred the moment. I told you he'd show up. Jerome, you ain't got no video, man. Put your video on. Can you hear me? There he is.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is unexpected. This is unexpected, but this is how the big time show goes sometimes.
Yeah, that's how we roll, baby.
This is how we roll. See, I call on him, and look right here, already ready to go. Look, he turning the lights on.
Yeah, I'm in my truck driving home, man. But you know, I'm on Facebook. I saw you. I said, well, let me see what my boy Big Lou got going on. You know what I'm saying? So when you said you gonna contact, he had to send me the link. I'm popping up. I'm pulling up.
That's how we do it. You know
that's
what I'm saying? This is how we do it. Talk to me, Jerome, since you gonna pop in. Talk to me about what I was just talking about. We ain't got to wait long to find out who good is a backup lineman.
We not. This pass rush is so deep. The second string D lineman. Now you got guys like Dorrance Armstrong can go somewhere and start. Right? So he's second string here. He's in the second wave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Did you see what Michael Parsons did to the bag up? The boy we got from the Jets? That was starting.
Yeah.
Yeah, destroyed him.
Just destroyed him.
Did you see what Michael Parsons did to Tyron Smith today?
Destroyed him.
It's Tyron Smith, man. Tyron Smith, a premier left tackle in this league, destroyed him.
Yeah.
Destroyed him.
See, you ain't got to find out. We ain't got to find out. See, we'll find out.
We're going to see real quick.
We can find out if Tyron Smith need to move inside rather than stay outside. Because if you can't handle these fast guys, look, it's some more out there. You know what I'm saying? Bosa is a problem from Frisco. Yeah. Reddick.
Yeah, big Osa. Yeah, Osa gonna make a leap this year.
Yeah.
The boy we drafted in the 4th round, Fiocco.
Yeah.
I think he gonna be nice in a rotational situation as well. I don't think he's ready to be in the first wave, but you talking about second, third wave? Yeah, sure.
I don't get it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who this is, you need to get to know him. You need to follow him. This is my brother. This is my Memphis guy. We about the only 2 guys. I think it's one more guy, and he ain't been on in a minute. But me and Jerome, Mr. Cowboy Nation, we are from Memphis. Known him for over, good Lord, got to be over 20 years
forever.
now.
They're going to tell him forever, Big Lou.
Yeah.
Been knowing me forever. Yeah.
So he has his own show. If you don't know him, you need to follow him. He's just as potent as any podcaster. As you can see, he's getting ready to crank up great production on his show. I love the brother, and I'm glad he's here with me. Talk to me about Dak, man, while you here. What you feeling about it?
So, Dak, I'm going to say this, and this is for those of you who watch my show, right? So, I'm going to say this. The Dak Prescott, I'm sorry. The Stephon Gilmore,
yeah.
We got
wrong. I think we got to a bad spot there. Say that again.
I said Stephon mentoring CeeDee Lamb, but you Stephon Gilmore mentoring CeeDee Lamb. Stephon Gilmore got to line up against CeeDee Lamb in practice, and he's telling CeeDee, hey, I see this in your route. You probably want to try this. Stephon Gilmore is one of the smartest DBs you ever want to run across, right? So, Stephon Gilmore, I'm going to tell you this, to give you understand how smart Stephon Gilmore is. Stephon Gilmore can look at an offense coming out of the huddle and say, oh, they got this personnel on the field, they not running these route combinations.
Yeah.
He's eliminating route combinations based on personnel, right? So he's that smart.
Yeah.
So
no doubt about
he's telling CD, hey, I see what you're doing on this route. Try this instead of that on this route. It's gonna work, trust me.
Yeah.
And you got Brandon Cook that's working with CD Lamb as well, saying, hey, we're gonna attack the safety like this. He gotta make a choice. Either he gonna bite on the inside route and let me go, or he gonna go with me and let you go free on the short inside route.
Yeah.
So those two moves were huge.
Yeah.
Absolutely huge. Like it's championship pedigree. You got a Stephon Gilmore who absolutely took over a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
The last Super Bowl the Patriots won because of Stephon Gilmore.
Mm-hmm.
He took it over.
Yeah.
Held the Rams for 3 points.
Yeah. Dominated.
Right? Dominated. Right? So, and you got this guy in the locker room, so it's going to benefit Trayvon Diggs as well as CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb is about to be a month.
Yeah. Easily.
Right? So, easily. Like, with this type of knowledge on the field, and with Jason Garrett, we haven't had this type of pedigree on the field. We hadn't had championship pedigree on the field like we got now. You got guys who's been there, done that.
I love it.
Brandon Cooks is a 1,000-yard, 6 to 8 TDs walking, waiting to happen.
Yeah.
You can book that. You can book that. Brandon Cooks gonna get 1,000 yards. It's gonna be at least 6 TDs.
Yeah, they ain't count what CD gonna get. I think CD gonna get about 1,500 this year. I can see it happening.
Yeah. CD finna kill something, right? So, and then you got the boy Jalen Tolbert.
Yeah.
Jalen Tolbert's been working with that. And I'm also say this. You asked me about that. Dak Prescott. Well, anybody who's following my show, no, I'm driving. That's why I'm looking forward. I'm sorry. If I can't look in the camera, I apologize. Right? So, but Dak Prescott has been wildly inconsistent. Everybody who watched my show, so I've been on Dak for being wildly inconsistent. But this is the first year Dak Prescott has elite coaching.
Yeah.
Like, I know a lot of people are down on Mike McCarthy, but a lot of people that's down on Mike McCarthy are up on Sean Payton. You'll say Sean Payton is an elite coach, yada, yada, yada. But if you put their resumes together, Mike McCarthy has a better resume.
Yeah. He's a winner, man.
You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. Mike McCarthy has a better resume than Sean Payton. So, and Mike McCarthy was the guy calling the plays on offense.
Yeah. He's a winner. Right?
So, So, with Mike McCarthy and Schottenheimer running this offense, and also, let's look at this. Since Mike McCarthy has been there, when he first got there the first year, the defense was trash. We all complained about the defense. Mike said, okay, I'm going to fix the defense.
Yeah.
Here comes Dan Quinn. Since Dan Quinn has been there, we are on the verge of making history.
Yeah.
If we lead the league in takeaways this upcoming season, we'll be the only team to lead the league in takeaways in 3 straight seasons.
You know how incredible that is? That's sickening.
It's never been done. Big Lou, it's never been done.
In the history of the NFL.
It's never been done. It's never been done. Right? So, Mike knows what he's doing. Right? So, if we can get this offense together, we can get Dak in a system. And I'm gonna say this: you can hold me to it, quote me, screenshot it, do whatever you feel like you want to do. Dak Prescott is better than Jalen Hurts.
Better than who?
Jalen Hurts, the dude that played for the Eagles.
Look, I've been, good Lord, it ain't even.
I said what I said.
It ain't.
Dak Prescott is better than Jalen Hurts, but Jalen Hurts has had a better coaching staff around him. Jalen Hurts had a coaching staff that understood his strengths and his weaknesses, and they tailored the offense suited to his strengths. That's why Jalen Hurts flourished the way he did. If Dak Prescott has the same situation to where a coaching staff understands his strengths and weaknesses and tailor our offense, that's more predicated to his strength. They're not in the same neighborhood.
And you,
I, I said what I said. Dak Prescott and Jalen Hurts are not in the same neighborhood. Dak Prescott is way better.
it ain't even a debate to me. The man had one good year,
Yeah,
just one,
thank you,
just
Big Lou.
one,
It ain't
just
even,
one.
yeah. Dak Prescott is way better, right? And don't get me wrong, Jalen Hurts balled out. Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback. He balled out last year. I'm gonna give him his props. But if you give Dak Prescott an OC that's gonna tailor our offense, predicated to
Yeah,
his strength, sky's
I
the
already
limit.
know. Wrong,
Sky's the limit.
wrong. I appreciate you, man. Go on, get to the house, man. I appreciate you talking.
Yeah, I'm
I
on the
already know.
slab, man. I'm trying to watch you and they folks at the
Yeah,
same
I know it can't do it. Just stay with me. I got one more thing I'm gonna talk about. Then I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate you, man.
Hey, I'm here. I'm gonna be in the
All right,
comment section.
appreciate you, bro.
I got you.
All right.
All right.
That is my guy, Mr. Jerome, Cowboy Nation. As I said before, if you listen, you need to follow him. Just find him on Facebook, Jerome, Mr. Cowboy Nation, McNeary. You'll be glad you did. He a bad boy. That's all I'm gonna tell you. All right. One last thing I'm gonna talk about, then I'm gonna get out of here. On my last show on Saturday, I had talked about the I've been kind of, when it came to the Zach Martin situation, I understood where Zach was coming from. I did. I understood his problem, and I get it. And I was kind of leaning toward that I wasn't 1,000% saying that he should get paid, but I wouldn't be mad if he didn't get paid. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if he didn't, because the main thing I was saying was the Cowboys have structured, at least the way they do business. They had already kind of gave the game plan away months and months ago. If you remember, you will remember that Stephen Jones said that he wanted to get 2 contract extensions done before training camp. And those 2 people pretty much were CeeDee Lamb and Mr. Diggs. All right. Well, we already know that he took care of Diggs. Diggs is taken care of. I believe he wanted to get those 2 guys done because they were pretty much next in line. If you remember my last show, I was saying that every now and then you're going to have these type of issues where somebody will want to skip the line. For instance, I got a bad feeling, and justifiably so. You know what I'm saying? And, it is what it is. See, hey, what's up, everybody? I see everybody popping in. See, one thing you can't account for is when a player who is a great football player, like Zach Martin is, sometimes good corporate guys will get selfish. And I'm not saying he's wrong. It's just that things necessarily don't go status quo. The last thing that the Jones family would probably have predicted was that Zach Martin would even open up his mouth. Because Zach Martin has been a company guy, a corporate guy, a Mr. Cowboy type dude, a guy that will go into the ring of honor immediately. He's going to be there. I mean, Mr. Mr. Roger Staubach type dude. You know what I'm saying? That type of guy. He did it the right way type of dude. He was just a perfect. Appreciate you. I can't see it on my restream. Ryan, thank you, man. Appreciate you. I see you do send me stars. I can't see it on my platform that I'm doing here. But if you are sending stars, man, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dylan, for pointing that out. I can see the super chats from YouTube, but I just can't see the stars on the platform that I'm in. And I ain't got time to be looking on my phone nonstop for that like that. But I appreciate you, Ryan. Thank you. You didn't have to do it. I appreciate you. But this dude is a Dak Prescott type dude. One of those guys you want him. You want your daughter to meet him. That type dude. Just a perfect Jason Witten type cowboy. That Mr. Cowboy type dude. That was Zach Martin is. So the last thing that they were thinking is that oh my God, where did this come from? Where this ain't what we expected you. But he done shook it up a little bit. You see what I'm saying? And it's sometimes guys that are those type of dudes, they will become selfish. And it's selfish because they want their money. Zach Martin wants his money. He is insulted by saying that he's the the 9th ranked guard in the league. He shouldn't be. I mean, those are the facts. He shouldn't be now. We're talking about a 6-time first team All-Pro, a 8-time Pro Bowl player. I mean, a walking Hall of Famer right now. I mean, it ain't no question what he is now. He's a different dude. He's special. He guys like him don't show up, but once every 20 years or so. He's different. He's just different. He's great. He was great when he came out of Notre Dame. He was great. I mean, ever since had a star on his head, he's great. And he should not be the 9th highest paid guard in the league. Those are the facts. However, you remember what I said now. I said it's also wrong because the Cowboys have worked and had meetings about how they were going to attack some of these guys' contracts, and Zach Martin was not in that equation because he was already under contract. And so you can't blame Jerry and Steven for not, jumping when Zach Martin poked his lip out. I mean, he's under contract. At the time, and the reason why I'm saying this is because I was leaning towards saying, look, if you pay him, I'm cool. But if you don't pay him, I'm not mad because it's just not his time. Now, I'm saying all this because some of y'all saw the interview where Jerry went ahead. At first he didn't want to talk about it when they did the press conference at the opening of training camp. But I'm quite sure you saw Jerry went ahead and put the law down and gave the Cowboys hard stance. Zach Martin decided to play a little poker. Jerry went ahead and pulled his chair up and sat at the table. Jerry went ahead and said probably what he wanted to say on that first press conference there. First, Jerry was saying, no, well, we're not going to talk about anything concerning the player or his contract. Sorry, I know you're looking for something, but we're not going to talk. Jerry just, in a couple of days, just killed all that. And went ahead and said what he said, which is basically saying there's nothing to talk about because he's under contract. He'll get to camp when he wants to get to camp. And then he put in this caveat to remind Cowboy fans, and he had to remind me, that Zach Martin was always up there as far as lineman goes at the time with his pay. And when I looked at it, guess what? Jerry ain't lying. Zach Martin has always been one of the highest paid guys. And at one point in time, he was. As far as the guard position goes, he was. And you can't blame Zach for saying that, but then you can't blame the thing. But Jerry messed up. And this one I said, okay. This is what Jerry said. The reason why he said he's not paying Zach Martin, and I just shook my head when he said it. See, this killed it for me. He said, well, we got to pay Parsons. In other words, what he's saying is, we can't give you all the money because we're trying to save all the money so we can pay Parsons. But here's the thing, y'all. Michael Parsons really ain't due to get paid until 2 years from now. So he ain't got to get, unless, which is why I got a sneaky feeling. So you don't know how players are. Let me fast forward a little bit. Let's play a little game. And I may be wrong for doing this. But let's assume Parsons becomes the NFL Defensive Player of the Year this year, like a lot of people think it's going to happen. Well, if that happens, Michael Parsons would be a all-pro in every year he's ever played. He will have a Defensive Rookie of the Year on his resume. He will also have another Pro Bowl on his resume. He will also have possibly an NFL Defensive Player of the Year on his resume. But most importantly, Michael Parsons knows that the Cowboys know that he would have tremendous leverage. And although it ain't time for him to get paid, what if he decided to poke his mouth out? What if Jerry Jones decides to sign Zach Martin because he poked his lip out when it wasn't time for him to get paid? Then guess what's going to happen from now on? With players that the Cowboys know that they must have. Michael Parsons is one of those guys that we must have. It ain't no question. That's the leverage that you have. So what Jerry's trying to do, and I can't blame him, y'all. I can't. I'm sorry. And I understand you got some Zach Martin say, and I know Dak Prescott said pay the man. I understand. I understand that. But I don't know if Jerry really gonna do it, and I believe Jerry can do it. See, this is the reason why Jerry lost me. He did. When he said we have to pay Parsons. Well, then here's my thing. Jerry, Steven, whoever else is involved, maybe y'all need to figure out what other teams figuring out. Figure out how did the Rams sign all of these guys when the salary cap said this, but yet they were steadily signing? How did the Chiefs keep signing guys when the salary cap says this, and yet they keep signing people? How everybody else keeps signing people, but we can't? Because we trying to save up for something that's 2 years down the road. That's when I said, Jerry, you trying to insult. Y'all trying to insult my intelligence now. I see everybody else doing it. There's nowhere in the world you can tell me that you're trying to save up for somebody for 2 years in a row. So that means you ain't gonna pay your guy. What's gonna happen? But see, if you save enough for Parsons, then you just pay Diggs. Aren't you about to pay CD Lamb? And please understand, CD is possibly on that $25 million a year type guy. So you can't insult my intelligence like that, because too many other teams are finding ways to sign people. How did the 49ers sign Bosa and get Hargrave and get Fred Warner and get sign Kittle and sign all these other guys and all that. I don't know who that is calling, but I ain't opened up the phone line yet. I ain't opened it up. I see somebody calling me. I hadn't opened up the phone line. I apologize. I think Jerry is just, and it very well could be that Jerry is going to sign him. But I'm going to tell y'all, if you do that, and some of you going to say, well, I take my chances. Okay. You got Lamb sitting out there. Okay. Just because somebody poked their mouth out don't necessarily mean you're supposed to jump. Okay. I'm just saying, Dak Prescott ain't got his stuff yet. We all know Dak don't get an extension. Hello? It ain't time for him yet, but I'm saying, if you let somebody poke their mouth out and they don't, look, I know how great Zach is. I know, and I'll be the first to tell you, yes, we need him. Yes, it's going to be difficult if he's not there. Okay? I understand that Purdy is a rookie. I get it. I understand. But Zach trying to skip the line, man. And that's really the truth. Zach is trying to skip the line. He is. But I got a feeling, though, that Jerry just put something out there. And at the same time, get on the phone 20 minutes later and trying to work something out. I just don't. I don't know, y'all. I'm just saying. But Jerry got to stop with that stuff like people don't understand. Everybody else can handle salary cap and fix things where you get signing bonuses, convert the money over to signing bonuses, put on and let them get paid $1 million on the cap. That frees up money and all that. So you can't keep telling me that. You can't. You can go to Dak Prescott contract. Yeah. I mean, you can go to Dak Prescott contract, convert his money over to signing bonus. You can rework all that stuff. That's with his contract now. You can do that. So you can't tell me that you can't pay folks. You can't do that. You just don't want to. You can't tell because too many other teams are doing it and doing it easily and doing it well, just manipulating the salary cap. Cowboys ain't doing all that. We just ain't. We just want to pay somebody and then keep moving. You ain't really heard the Cowboys where they rework this deal to free up $5-6 million. You know, it's rare when we hear something like that. It's rare. It's totally rare. So that's all. You messed me up with that. Don't insult my intelligence, Jerry. I was born at night, but not last night. You understand? You can't insult my intelligence like that. I've seen too many other teams work the salary cap and have Pro Bowl players everywhere. Everywhere. The Eagles. I mean, look at the Eagles. This is just steadily. I mean, come on now. And I know some of these people they drafted, but I'm just saying, come on now. Come on now. I don't know. All right. We'll see. You got to be real careful here because it's too many other guys that are behind or who are in line to be next to get the big deal. And if you pay Zach, somebody ain't going to get it when they were supposed to. That's all I'm saying. And for that, I don't know if Zach really going to get paid. And then remember what I told you last time. Then whoever that is that called me, you can call me back. Remember, and I think this has to be involved in too. And then I promise you, this is it for me. Some of these guys really don't want to come to training camp. You heard Stephen Jones say that, some of these guys, don't really need a lot of work. Some of these older guys don't. Some of these guys do not want to come to training camp and do the whole training camp. This wouldn't be the first time. I'm not saying that's what Zach is thinking, but I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if that's really the case. I believe Zach is just as cool, keeping his body as fresh as possible. He need to be with the team, and I think he's going to join the team. It's just that I think he's going to take a couple weeks off. It ain't hurting him. I think that got to be factored in too. Older guys don't like training camp. They don't. That ain't nothing new. That's the way it always have been. And this could be very well something that he's doing. You just never know. All right, now I'm done. Somebody had called me. I think I know who it is. And I'm getting ready to call you. You don't have to call me, since you called me before. I'm going to do that now. I think I know who it is. And let's see. I'm making that call now. Let's see here. I think I know who that is. Let's see. Maybe they mad because I ain't answer. Oh.
Hello?
Hey, who is this?
Hey.
It's you?
It's Coach Mark.
I figured it was you. I need to lock your phone in so I don't guess no more. Ladies and gentlemen, my buddy is here. Old Coach Marv in the building. What's going on, man?
Ain't nothing going on, man. Just dealing with a lot of family issues right now, but hey, God is good.
Yes, sir.
God is good. God is good. But you touched on a topic that this here. I agree with Jerry wholeheartedly. Mm-hmm. Now, I got to push back on you on by these other teams.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City not signed everybody. They had to cut Tariq Hill. Hey, they had to say, hey, we can't pay a $30 million wide receiver. We're going to cut we're going to put Tariq Hill down the road. People say, oh, you crazy for doing that. They're going to do that with Jones.
Mm-hmm.
If Jones does not fit into what they want, they got 2 Super Bowls out of Jones. He's probably the second best defensive tackle in football.
Mm-hmm.
But he got years on him. Mm-hmm. And they're gonna go the other direction because they believe that they have a core, and they believe in their coaching staff. They don't run away from coaches, and they understand that they got to replace them, and they got to do it with a collection of players that they're going to get the best out of. They let all these secondary people thought that after they won the first Super Bowl that they're going to keep some of those guys in the secondary. They changed their whole secondary out with young guys and let those guys walk in free.
Yeah.
And listen, we need to understand in Dallas that some of these players go off. Jerry's not worried about Michael Parsons because they're going to sign Michael Parsons.
No doubt.
But he worried about Osa contract come up at the same time. And we know what defense is get paid. We know all that draft class that all those guys is playing that came in with Michael Parsons, those last 2 draft classes that getting great playing time, these guys going to come up with contracts too. Mm-hmm. And he made an interesting point. He said, they were talking, he said, the other guys hadn't got their big day payday yet.
Yeah.
And listen, Zach Mark came in the league as a first round draft pick. When they signed Zach Mark to his new contract, he was the top paid guard in the league.
No doubt.
So Jerry said, we have paid him handsomely for his time, for years, and now we're going to invest a lot of money into him in his 13th year.
Mm-hmm.
The Cowboys are telling you, there's one contract that you're going to get as a Cowboy. You're going to come in as a rookie, and if you play well, You're going to get that big payday.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get big payday number 2.
Yep.
That's not going to happen. Dak may get it because the longevity of a quarterback is 14, sometimes 13, 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
But CeeDee Lamb is getting one contract with the Cowboys. He gets number 1 draft pick money, and he'll get another big contract, and that was the last big contract he'll get.
Yep.
This is the last big contract Diggs gonna get in Dallas. When they signed Diggs, the first thing they said is Cowboys for life. And it was a 5-year contract because they're telling you they're not gonna pay him in year 9 or 8 or 10 another big contract again because the laws of diminishing returns is probably evident that he probably have some wear on his tires at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked at Zach Martin every day in and out of practice. And I understand, I'm not disputing Zach Martin is not a great Hall of Fame guy. But Zach Martin, he's 13 years in. He does get, he hadn't had no injury, but you don't know what the injuries they may have seen that he's been playing through, that they may feel that eventually it's going to start slowing him down. Yeah. And we're like, hey, man, you understand you got a banged up knee, but you've been playing through it. But it can go at any time. We're going to invest money into you, and we had to pay these younger guys that there is time for them to get their big contract. Yeah. So that's why, and he said, listen, he under contract. If he want to lose money, but Jerry knows that Zach ain't going to sit out the whole season. Zach want to win a Super Bowl. He understand what his team got. He pouting a little bit, but he going to be there game 1, and he going to play like an all-pro because that's what he is. But if he can push the envelope and you cave in, oh, yeah, right. But he understands that he's not really missing anything, but he understands that Zach needs to come in for summer training camp because older guys might not need training camp, but they need to get their bodies in football condition to be able to deal with the rigors of a season because the next thing you know, you come in too late, then you don't pull a cap up. Yeah. And then we don't have him anyway.
Yeah, I've said that I believe that he needs to come in maybe somewhere around the 3rd preseason game, or at least that week. That'll give him a couple weeks. That'll give him 4 weeks between the 3rd preseason game and game 1. I think it's 2 weeks from the last preseason game to week 1 against the Giants. It's 2 weeks in between. I think that if he come in and get at least about 3 to 4 weeks, because remember, they ain't got but 13 practices according to the collective bargaining agreement. So he's already missed, I think about 4 already or whatever the case may be. I think he's going to get in before these practices are in. And I have no doubt that he'll be there for week 1. I just feel like.
Right. And I don't agree with Jerry and everything, but Jerry telling the truth. It's time for these other guys that are younger to get their payday. We have paid you like a top lineman your whole career in Dallas. And now you can let me one moment. Listen, it's not like we've been paying you peanuts. Now, just because time has moved on, and now you're in the last of your deal, that now you feel that, well, things have changed now, inflation has went up, and people, well, hey, you should have told your parents to have you a little later in life. Yeah. Then you would have been in that time now. It's just the point that he got to hold his gun. And it's a difference if Parker was to hold out. Because Parker is in the prime of his career. But they don't want to set, like you said, they don't want to set a precedent of that guys that hold out in the middle of their contract, and then that happens. Now, they did that with Zeke because they felt the pressure at that particular time. But listen, the owners themselves get together and say, hey, let's don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't you start doing it over there. We're not going to start doing it over here because it's like a grass fire. It'll start spreading around. Yeah. But Jerry is right about paying Parsons, but he's not just talking. You put Parsons' name out there because he got a lot of people that's going to want their money. And if we win, everybody's going to want to be paid. And we don't want to be like the Rams. Rams did it for a year time. Look what Jalen Ramsey did now. They had to unload him. They talking about unload. They unload some receivers. They had to unload all those big contracts because, yes, you can do it, but you do it for a short period of time, but you can't do it for a whole bunch of guys that's going to be on the team for a long period of time.
Yeah.
So I understand when he comes with Zach and he tells Zach, hey, man, you get paid handsomely. Listen, Zach signed a contract 5 years ago, and you know how when you sign a contract, they say you got guaranteed money, and then you do the big contract, the whole contract, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got every penny, the unguaranteed money and the guaranteed money.
Yes, they
He got every penny of the contract. They didn't get finished the guaranteed money and say we're going to cut you. He got every penny of a contract. So his contract basically was a totally guaranteed contract because he got every penny. And the Cowboys said, we give you pay you over $100 million in your career when you talk about your rookie contract and your second contract. And now you're telling me you want an extension to get a $7 million raise, which we probably have to extend you for more years.
Yeah.
They're not doing it. They're not budgeting.
No. They can't blame it.
And that's smart.
Smart business.
And other people talking about, hey, the man, yes, because they know their time's coming up. And when their time comes, they don't want to be paid too because they might be playing. But that's just the nature game. It's not no slight on Zach Martin. If you listen to the interview last week when Stevie Jones kept talking, he kept saying about these young players.
Yeah.
These young players. That means that the Cowboys are trying to take care of their young players, their older players that they done got into the going on the downside of their career. There's no more big. Marcus Lawrence, this is his last year in Dallas. There's no more contract. I don't care how well he plays. There is no more money in Dallas, and he playing great in training camp, and he's gonna have a great year. But there is no more money for DeMarcus Lawrence. He got a big contract. Every contract he's had since then has been a little less, right?
Oh, yeah.
That gave him a new contract. He is not getting another.
No.
Yeah.
No question.
They're going with younger players, and they're going to invest in younger players, and they're going to invest their money into those guys. And these older guys, they want the deduction from them, but they're not going to get no whooping from them at this particular point in time, and they're going to let them go. I got one other point right quick, Big Joe. I've been a component of Ronald Jones. I think Ronald Jones could be a good number 2 back. But this is my problem. When you get suspended, I don't know his fault, league's fault, somebody's fault, anybody's fault. I don't know. But he would have been cutting them off.
Oh, it's no doubt.
Why would we cut him off? Not because I don't think he can be a good number 2, but I got to understand what he is. He is going to be a number 2. TP is going to be the number 1. We can talk about all these other guys you want to bring in. This is TP time. And I'm not worried about his longevity after this year. I'm worried about what he can do this year. This is the time he understands that he's going to be your number 1. But when you got a number 2, I don't want nothing to get us off focus of a mentality thing that says that we are waiting for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I do not sit around for 2 games to wait on a number 2 running back when there's a lot of running backs out there and you only costing me $1 million.
Yep. I don't think you're going to make it, Coach.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys out there take that $1 million to come into this situation because they see the team that they're good. So that's just a mentality thing, and that would make Malik Davis, Rico Dowdle work harder because when they see, dog, he got it, man. They didn't work with it. They cut him. Then everybody becomes on notice to take care of their body. There is no more pouting like Malik Davis said, well, I'm pouting. He'll understand you pout a little bit, you could be gone right out the door next 2. That's the mentality he said at this particular time. There's nothing goes wrong because, as I said, one mentality, one tempo, one identity. And you set that tone here, and you don't even contemplate on there. You say, hey, you got some problems. It might not even be your fault. You just, in case of circumstances, we're moving on. Because if this was Jimmy Johnson, he would have been cut. As soon as the paper came in and he suspended, he would have been gone.
He would got his walking paper soon as he came out the shower. They would have had his box right there in his locker room. Say, hey man, we appreciate your time.
I can find me a number 2 someplace there. I ain't got now. Number 1, we may have to take some. We might have to treat it in a different situation.
Yeah.
But you don't treat number 2 running back with kid gloves and keep on holding their hand and calling and waiting on them to come. You doing me no good if you can't be there 17 games.
Yeah. No doubt about it. All right, Coach. Appreciate you, Coach. We still praying for your family, man. Know y'all having a rough time. God's strength be it to all of y'all, man. Nothing like God, he can fill all holes. So appreciate you so much, man.
Gotta head back to Alabama this coming weekend.
Appreciate you, man. We praying for you.
All right, brother.
Thanks, Coach. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the one and only Coach Marr. I'm glad he popped in. For those that do not know, he had death in his family and family going through. You don't mind, keep Coach Marr and his family in your prayers. Keep them lifted up in your prayers, and just don't forget about them. All right. All right, I got time for. I got one more. Okay, I see somebody popping in.
Call from Eastside.
Oh my God.
To accept, press 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the one and only Mr. Eastside Harold.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine. How you doing, sir, on this great evening?
Oh, great. I just I heard what you're saying about Brandon Cooks, and I'm gonna have to disagree with you, sir.
I figured I figured you would.
You said that Cooks and Dak had this great chemistry because you seen a couple of highlights from camp of them looking a touchdown over Nashawn Wright and Kelvin Joseph, and because of that, you just seen this great chemistry. Like, hold your horses, sir. Reality is going to hit you sooner or later when the season comes in, and you're going to realize Brandon Cooks, his hands ain't, he runs fast, but his hands ain't a for sure thing, sir. And trust me, I know. I've seen a couple of seasons of it, and his hands ain't for sure. Not for sure at all.
Well, Eastside, unfortunately for you, when you make a statement like that, you're almost saying all that, but see, the problem what you're going to have is, when it comes to Brandon Cooks, is his numbers say that he's very productive. See, you saying all that only because he got a star on his helmet, but his stats say the man is 1,000-yard receiver multiple times over. He played with a Rudy Poop quarterback that y'all had last year. We all know that Davis Mills ain't nobody. He played with a Rudy Poop quarterback. He still put up decent numbers, but you don't expect big numbers when you're playing with a Rudy Poop quarterback. You know that, at least I think you do. But when he had a quarterback, he put up huge numbers. That's just the truth. So let's just go ahead and just project. Since you're a Houston Texan fan, since Brandon Cooks played with you last year, we'll just use last year. How many yards did Brandon Cooks have with Mr. Mills? Since you know your team so much. How much?
It was 690 something, or maybe 700.
700 yards. Well, I mean, you may be wrong, but
700.
You may be wrong, but let's just assume 700 yards with Davis Mills. if he got 700 yards with Davis Mills, what do you think he gonna get with Dak Prescott? Because this is breaking news for you. Dak Prescott is better than Davis Mills.
Yeah, I'll give you a little bit.
Yeah. So if he got 700 with him, what in the world you think he gonna get with Dak Prescott? I mean, it's really not hard to figure out, Eastside. I'll play your game for now.
There's ain't even no game. I'm just telling you to hold down this Dallas.
I can't hold it down. I can't hold it down, Eastside. See you gonna make me do this to you. Cause see, you really wasted my time as usual.
Well, I just call it the comment on your, you know what I'm saying, on your statements. You know,
but my statements are built off facts. Your statements are built off hate for the Dallas Cowboys. So there's a difference. There's a difference. But don't worry about it, cause see, I'm gonna do this for you, Heathside, cause I can go just shut it down real quick, cause you keep calling the show, and I think you just want to be a nuisance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's all good. I appreciate you tuning in, cause you sure ain't watching no Houston Texans podcast, cause y'all ain't talking about nothing. So you want to show?
I got one more question.
Here you go.
One more question. Well, what's up with CD Lamb, man? And he has like red colored tips on the end of his hair, like he dyed it. It's looking real sassy, man. Like, really? Is that the guy that you want to be the first of your franchise?
Oh well, first of all, if you're gonna call out CD Lamb name, let's make sure that we give the proper things to him. Please refer to him now on as All Pro CD Lamb. See, don't make no difference what his color. Don't make no difference what his color is. Does he catch the football? Does he catch the football? Yeah. I mean, he was an All Pro last year. You do realize that, right? Oh, okay. So really
like
ain't talking
number
about
10 receiver. He not no top 5 receiver. He like they rank him like number 10.
Eastside, see, that's what I'm talking about. He was second team All Pro. You only had 2 receivers on the first team. He was a part of the second team All Pro. That sounds like top 4 to me. Hello, I'm done. But anyway, because you ain't talking about nothing, Eastside. If you're second team All Pro, that means you're one of the top 4 receivers of last year. You ain't talking about nothing. Let's move on. On the screen here, Eastside, is Brandon Cook's career. And once again, cause see, what you saying ain't quite matching up to what we looking at here. So if you ain't got to find it, I mean, everybody else see it. And since everybody else see it, I need everybody to look at the receptions, that's RAC, in his whole career, and the yardage. So how many 1,000-yard receiving years y'all see? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has had 6 1,000-yard years in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 of his 9 years, he's had over 1,000 yards. Let me just
ask. How many Pro Bowls?
He ain't got to be a Pro Bowl. We talking about production. Okay. We talking production. Let me say it one more time.
I'm just asking.
No. I'm just saying.
That resume.
No. We never said he's Hall of Fame. What I've said, he's productive. And so I asked one more time. 6 out of 9 years, man has had over 1,000 yards. What in the world are you talking about, Eastside? See, I ain't got to argue with you. All I got to do is just put up the stats. That's all I got to do. The stats speak for themselves. Let's look at last year, if you want to go with that. Because you're playing with a Rudy Poop quarterback. 57 receptions for 699 yards, a 12.3 average, and 3 touchdowns. And that's what he had with Mr. Cook. Not with Mr. Mills. I mean, come on, dude. Will you stop it? I know you don't like the Cowboys.
To calm down.
No, no. What you gonna say when he get over 1,000 yards this year? He said. What you gonna say? What you gonna say then? What you gonna say?
I gotta see it to believe it, but hey,
you ain't gonna see it when you playing with Davis Mills. What in the world are you? What are you talking about? When he had Deshaun Watson, guess what he did? 1,000 yards. When he had Deshaun Watson, what did he do? 1,000 yards. When he had Davis Mills, what did he do? When he had Drew Brees, 1,000 yards. When he had New England, that's Tom Brady, 1,000 yards.
Now, are you putting Dak in those guys?
No, I ain't. I'm just saying Dak Prescott gave Amari Cooper 1,000 yards, gave CeeDee Lamb, all-pro wide receiver, gave Dalton Schultz, your little tight end now, all those yards he got. What you think he gonna do with another receiver like Brandon Cooks? Let's not act like Dak Prescott don't produce 1,000-yard receivers now. Please don't do that. Let's not be ridiculous. Amari Cooper, Dez Bryant, let's go. I mean, come on now. CeeDee Lamb. They get the yardage, sir. So let's not act like Dak. You trying to say, what Dak? Dak throws for 4,000 yards a year. What are you saying? Dak throws for 30 touchdowns. What are you saying? This is not even a comparison. No, he ain't Tom Brady. No, he ain't Drew Brees. But ask Amari Cooper what Dak can do. Ask CeeDee Lamb what Dak can do.
I think you need to ask Dak what Amari Cooper can do. He pretty much saved his career.
The man went to the Pro Bowl. The man went to the Pro Bowl just about every year. He was with Dallas. Didn't he? Didn't he? You don't go to the Pro Bowl for no 500 yards, right? I'm just saying. I mean, every argument matter of fact, he said, I appreciate you talking to me. Get off my phone. Thank you. Goodbye. I appreciate you. We'll try you again next time, all right? Please come with a better argument. Right. Goodbye, he said. You ain't talking about nothing. Bye. See, one thing about it, ladies and gentlemen, see, you ain't got to argue. You just put the stats up. And I don't know what Eastside is talking about. I don't. I mean, y'all see the numbers? Look at the numbers. Y'all see what's going on? I don't know what he's talking about. You gonna have a big year. All right, I'm done because that was just a waste of my time. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to start screening Eastside because he just wanna, he just, we love him, but hey, I can't wait till the season starts, because he ain't gonna watch no Houston Texans game. He'll be watching us the whole time. Y'all know how it go. All right, appreciate y'all hanging with me tonight. Podbean, I know this is not live. I am going to upload this show for you as soon as I can. It'll be there tonight. I don't know what happened to Podbean, but you'll still get the show. It just won't be live. But I didn't forget about you. I appreciate y'all popping in. Thanks for everybody who watched tonight. Those who did the stars on tonight, I appreciate you so much. I will be back unless something crazy happen. My scheduled time is Saturday at 3:00. But y'all know if anything go on, I will pop back on here and report what we pretty much things that you already know that has happened, because y'all get the notifications like I do on your phone. So I appreciate y'all hanging again. Those that are still here, go ahead and give me a hand clap emoji real quick. Go ahead and give me that real quick, and then we'll get on out of here. Let me see one. Let me see just one. That's all I need. Give me a hand clap emoji. Just one. I mean, I'm going to get out of here anyway, but maybe y'all want to clap for me. Y'all, come on. I just need to see just one. One clap emoji. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. Just hit that smiley button on your phone. Well, yeah, that's whatever that icon bought. Just get the hand claps and just press about 2 of them. Let me see if I got one. Somebody just put something up and say, Terry, I appreciate you, man. That's all I need. I'm out of here. Dylan, my brother Dylan did it. That's all I need. I'm out of here. I'm done for the night. For those of you that the next time I will be on there for sure. I will be on the Guys Empire podcast. That'll be this Thursday, 9 o'clock Central Time, 10 o'clock Eastern Time, where I am the host of the show. If you want to hear some real good debates, you need to come on, pop back in. I'll put it into maybe the YouTube page. If you just want to see me host, I'm not debating. I'm just kind of guiding the guys through. We have a real good time on that night. I think the last show, I know the first show that we did, we're only 3 weeks in, but you'll be surprised. We had over 1,000 views. I'm not sure what we did on for the second week. I don't know what the last show was, but I do know that we have a lot of people who watch it. So you just never know what can happen. You don't know whose eyes are looking at you at the time, just like this show here. I got a text from my brother, the USC assistant head coach, who watches me. I'm gonna try to have him back on my show again. The USC assistant coach, Coach Dennis Simmons. You just never know who's watching. So you always put your best foot forward. And evidently somebody's watching us. So I think that's why I ask you guys to share, and most of you do that. I appreciate that. You just never know who's watching. You never know who may consistently watch. But we just put it out there. Hopefully you enjoy some of the content that we have, and we'll just keep trying. And here the funny part is, see, when the season started, the season will take care of the content itself. So I mean, we it's gonna be incredible when the season starts. I mean, it ain't gonna be hard to talk about nothing. You ain't doing to talk about the game and talk about the next game and what's coming up and talking trash or whatever the case may be. You know, Eastside. When the Cowboys lose, he gonna be on here immediately. See what I'm saying? But when the Cowboys win, we ain't gonna hear too much from him. You know, typical Cowboy hater like that. All right, I'm done. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you, if you can, this Thursday. Come on, hang with your boy. I'm out of here. Pie Bean, thank y'all for hanging with me. This has been the one and only, the Big Time Show.